Actually, one thing we didn't touch on that I felt like was really shocking news to most people. Tesla announced that they're almost done building their LFP battery manufacturing facility in Nevada. And based on the comments I saw, almost nobody knew this thing was even being built. The only thing I remember them doing is they talked a little bit about it on the Q1 earnings call, saying that they're going to expand domestic manufacturing of LFP cells. And back in January of 2024, Bloomberg put out a report that they're going to build a 10 gigawatt hour capacity LFP facility in Nevada using CATL production equipment. And it looks like that's what they've done. They're now almost finished with that. If it is 10 gigawatt hours capacity, that means it can cover, so the Lathrop Megapack facility is 40 gigawatt hours annually. So this means that could cover 25% of their annual battery needs from that one Lathrop Megapack facility. It's not nothing. It's not a lot, but it's a good start, I guess. But this isn't going to be like 4680 LFP cells. This looks like it's just the prismatic sort of wet process cells based on the video that they're showing here. But nonetheless, like we have almost zero LFP manufacturing capabilities in the US. So this is great to finally see some of these cheap LFP plants popping up.
Yeah, this is a pretty big deal. And honestly, it may be as material or more material short term than robo-taxis. So right away, the energy business, it's been using cells that were imported from China. If they can move those megapacks over to these US produced LFPs, that's going to lower costs and it's going to stop them from having to raise prices on megapacks produced in the US. So that's a big deal, especially when you see how the energy business has been doing and how that's really been such a strong growth driver as the auto business has lagged. Longer term, I think they could include it in vehicles as well. Some of the experts I follow, like the limiting factor, say they don't think that's going to happen quite yet. But longer term, I do believe they want to produce Tesla LFP cells and put them in their lower cost vehicles like the Cybercab and even these new more affordable models.
One thing to look out for with this new manufacturing facility is that with the Inflation Reduction Act that Biden passed a few years ago, they introduced a manufacturing credit so that if you meet certain requirements, you get $45 per kilowatt hour of battery that you put it, you manufacture in the US. So for a long time now, Tesla's Panasonic facility in Giga, Nevada, and their Texas manufacturing at Giga, Texas, their battery producing there. Every Model Y gets roughly $3,400 of credits that they get from the government per Model Y battery that they build. And obviously it's more for the Cybertruck because it's a bigger battery, probably more like 5,000-6,000 or something. So it remains to be seen if this new bill from the Senate, so actually someone from Rivian DM'd me this and told me this. And then I did talk with Rohan, who was the former vice president of policy and business development. He left Tesla last year. But I asked him if this was true, and I was told that because Tesla's new manufacturing facility uses production equipment from CATL, a Chinese company, that it wouldn't necessarily qualify for the $45, manufacturing credit. I don't know if that's true. I haven't confirmed that yet. I'm going to look more into that. I don't think we've seen the full final bill text yet, and of course, the House could still change certain rules that could change all of this. But that's something to look out for. But all Tesla's other manufacturing facilities still qualify for it, so that's fine. And it doesn't look like this new bill also touches the energy storage credits as well. So those will stay around until 2033 or something. So that's great to see because that's important for Tesla.
Yeah, if they can qualify for that battery production credit, it's a very big deal because you can really get LFP packs probably down to around $60 a kilowatt hour after that subsidy, which would be, really just a few $1,000s for a small vehicle like a Cybercab. This would really bring EVs to true price parity with gas cars. Now, granted, there's probably a few years of scale up before that can happen at any meaningful level. But just the fact that they're starting to invest in making their own LFP batteries, I think is very promising for their future vehicle lineup.
Yeah, so I'll try to look into if that's true, if Tesla will lose that manufacturing credit from that facility because of that CATL equipment. Again, I don't even know if it uses CATL equipment. I assume it does just because of how quickly they put it together and based on the video that we saw, because that's the same sort of process that CATL uses in China where the Tesla currently gets their Megapack batteries from. But these batteries will go into the Megapack, the power walls. That'll be great. So I'll try to dig in more into the bill And I think the House is going to vote on it today or tomorrow. They're trying to get it through by the 4th, but I don't know if they will be able to. It's a pretty contentious thing. So
Yeah, just 2 days to go, and probably most of them are going to be wanting to be leaving
yeah,
the area by midday tomorrow, right?
yeah. But I'll look into it, see if it's true or not, because it's not a huge deal because it's a relative to Tesla's overall capacity of battery manufacturing. It's somewhat small, but it's not immaterial either. So we'll
Yeah.
see.
There's another Megapack factory going up in Australia as well, right?
So no, so they built one in Lathrop, California, 40 gigawatt hour annual capacity. They just finished one earlier this year in Shanghai, also 40 gigawatt hour capacity. So that's 80 gigawatt hours annually right there. That's a lot. And then now they're building another brand new one in Texas, which which will likely also be 40 gigawatt hours. So that brings them up to 120 a year, which is a lot. So I suspect that this new LP facility will help supply some of those Megapacks from the new Texas facility.
Australia's been a big buyer of Megapacks, which is probably what you're thinking of. Really, the whole Megapack project kicked off when Australia bought a bunch of power packs.
Yeah,
I
it
think
was
what you're thinking of is sort of a recycling, repurposing facility that Tesla's building, not a full-on production facility. Because I know what you're referring to, but I think it's still like just a small operation in Australia.
Got it. It's like 100 million or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that was interesting as well, just because we've talked about that market in the past, and it's surprising, but it is really a burgeoning market for them as well as it continues to come. But obviously, those delivery numbers, even really just around the world, were higher than I think a lot of people thought. Okay,
well,
really
it's huge, and also on top of that, they're working on Megapack version 3, which I think is supposed to come out next year, according to Elon. So that'll hopefully improve costs even more, and who knows what other stuff they'll be able to stuff in there. Because they're a market leader in my opinion in terms of technology on the energy storage front, grid energy storage. So yeah, Australia, I think.
And we need a lot of these batteries right now.
Yeah.
For our AI data centers, for EV growth, we need a lot more electricity, and we need a lot of these large battery packs.
Yeah, I think. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to ask who their largest client is right now for them.
I don't know who their single largest client is. I forget the company actually, but they've been building in Australia. I think they've already done over $4 to $5 billion worth of Megapack projects in Australia alone, and that's just constantly going up quickly. But as Omar said, these things are so important, especially for these AI data centers. One of the issues that Elon's company XAI had with their Memphis, Tennessee data center, which is the largest GPU data center in the world, they were having power regulation issues, and their gas generators just weren't able to switch on and boot up quick enough to be able to help regulate the power fluctuations. Because there's, it's not a constant, steady power need when these GPU centers, it goes up and down. And so they brought in Tesla Megapacks to help fix some of those issues and help smoothen things out. So now they have dozens and dozens of Megapacks at this facility to help smoothen out that power. And I think a lot of other data centers could be taking on that approach too.
And you know what I think is really a differentiator for them? Because you have CATL and BYD and others making battery packs. It's the software, same as in their cars. They've got some really smart software in these things. You can stack them endlessly, add more Megapacks, and manage them all from a central interface. Make them act like one Megapack. You can have virtual machine mode, where they actually pretend to be a fossil fuel natural gas turbine, and they ramp up and down the same way. You have technology like virtual power plant on the Powerwall side, and you have technology like AutoBidder that allows the batteries to autonomously monetize themselves. Rather than having someone charge and discharge the battery manually, they can actually look at the energy market and automatically do the right thing for you. So that software advantage, I think, is pretty strong and is going to continue to set them apart from their peers in this space.
Actually, in Tesla's annual impact report that they put out a day or so ago, they did talk about how one of their virtual power plant programs in California in April, there was an event between, I don't know, like 7 or 10 p.m. and the grid needed more energy. So one of the Tesla's VPP programs, I think supplied like a significant amount of the percentage of overall power needed to the grid during that time. I forget what the actual percentage is, but Tesla has so many Powerwalls out there now enrolled in these programs that they're actually like contributing in a meaningful amount to the grids during these times of power needs, which is it's pretty cool when you think about it. And then the Powerwall owners get paid like $2 to $4 per kilowatt hour of energy that's sent out, which is like really profitable, which is awesome.
Yeah, we actually just enrolled. We got 2 Powerwalls at my parents' house, and they're paying us about $700 a year to help support the grid. So
What's
it's a
the
pretty
per
good deal.
kilowatt hour rate? Do they tell you?
It depends on the event, I think, but they estimate
Okay.
it's about $350 per Powerwall, and we've got 2 of them.
We hope you enjoyed this Gigacast clip. Of course, if you want to check out the full episode, we have that right up here in the corner, the latest video. In addition with that, make sure that you're subscribed to this channel for more amazing Tesla and Elon Musk content coming from the greatest minds in the space, Omar and Sawyer. Thank you. Big thank you to Jacob Hilton for clipping up this video. He puts out a ton of Tesla content as well. The link to his YouTube is in the description. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll see you on the next one.